Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
I've got our Deputy Mayor, Janet Holborow, who's isolated down there in Paekakariki. Good morning, Janet.
Good morning, Nigel.
Well, you're surviving the isolation down there. Mind you, Paekakariki are always isolated, aren't they? Very confined, sort of, and refined public down there, aren't they?
Oh, it's interesting, actually. I was out for a walk yesterday afternoon, and I don't think I've ever seen so many people out walking. It was quite hard. We were managing, but it was hard to keep your 2 to 4 metre distance on the beach. And the advice is not to stop and chat to people that I heard on the telly the other day, which is quite hard for us, I have to say.
Yes.
But, yes, certainly a lot of people kind of out, particularly because the rain stopped, out just having a gentle stroll on the beach, which isn't discouraged. Going around the block involves the beach in Paekakariki, pretty much, so...
Yes, you're a bit fortunate there, can't you? Because a lot of places we can't get onto the beach. If you've got to drive to it, you guys can just walk to it. So, but nobody's swimming, I guarantee that.
Well, there were a couple of surfers out there yesterday, actually. So there was a police presence. So I don't know if they were talking to them as they came out of the water, but it wasn't a particularly dangerous surf yesterday. It was quite low, so I think the danger was quite low. But the advice is not to go surfing, the latest that I heard, and avoid swimming. The word they're using is avoid, actually. Avoid surfing, avoid swimming. I think the idea is just to keep it safe, as safe as possible, so that you don't run the risk of having to get treatment or being picked up by people or people trying to help you, or so even if you're going for a bike ride, just safe bike riding, keeping your distance when you're passing people, just being sensible, really.
Sure.
The other really important thing is to stay off surfaces. Try not to sit on benches, touch surfaces, touch handrails, particularly playgrounds. Of course, there's been quite a big hoo-ha about that. Stay off playgrounds. Also, keep dogs under control when out exercising. So just being sensible and just trying to keeping clean, keeping your distance, and staying inside your bubble.
Right. And your dairy's open down there, isn't it?
Yes, slightly reduced hours, but they're still open, and they're well stocked. So apparently, yep.
They're operating on the one in, one out per person situation too.
Yes, they don't officially have to, but because they're officially a four-square supermarket, but because of the limited space in there, they are. I think they're doing a one in, one out.
Yes.
I actually haven't been down, but that's what I heard, and they've certainly taken safety precautions at the counter as well.
Right. Is your motor camp busy with freedom campers who are able to park in there and isolate themselves for 4 weeks or not?
Well, I don't know how busy they are, but I know there are people there staying and self-isolating and particularly using the facilities which don't have shared facilities. So the shared facilities, I believe, are not being used. So it's only people who are self-contained and people in those units up there. But they're certainly looking after people. They're taking advice. They're actually hooked up with the NBI accommodation service. So they might be available, I'm not sure, but they might be available for people who are looking to self-isolate during the four weeks as well, because there's still a few people floating around out there not knowing where to go. Yeah,
well, of course, it's caught a lot of the freedom campers from overseas, so sort of a bit lost as to where to go. And you would be too in a country if you're not familiar with it.
And if you weren't doing a lot of social media while you were travelling around, if you're looking to, get off the beaten track and stay out, out of communication, some people might catch up with it for a while. And sometimes it also takes direct communication with other people or seeing the news or things like that to really get the gravity of it. And it's hard to let go of your dream, you're on your holiday But those people, hopefully before too long they'll all be hunkering down like this. Yeah, sure.
And of course your walkway from Paekakariki through to Pukerua Bay, the Te Aroa walkway, I suppose that's off the limits now, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't say that was a particularly gentle and safe thing to be doing. I think the idea is just to keep it slow, keep it safe. And I wouldn't think that pathway would be particularly suitable for that.
And it wouldn't be
There's a
local
little
walk
bit at the
either, would
beginning
it?
of the Koikoi walkway, which I don't know. I think the idea is just to walk around your block.
That's right. Yeah, it's supposed
just
to be
get
local.
the minimum exercise that you need. Stay healthy during this time.
Sure.
Don't try and push it. Don't think, oh, maybe I can do this because it's quite safe. And if in doubt, just don't do it. Just stay in your bubble. Stay safe. But stay healthy.
Yeah, sure. I see your councillor down there, Sophie Hanford and Aidan O'Connor, who I know are supporting self-isolation at home around the coast, and that sounds like it might be quite a busy little operation they've got going down there.
Yes, I'm not sure how busy it is. I haven't caught up with her lately. I'm going to catch up with her at 8 o'clock after this. But they're certainly still going. They have the support of volunteer Kapiti, and they have the support of our welfare team, and they've got some really good hygiene practices, which is really important for dropping off things. So the idea is for people to have their family and friends help them first, but still following those same hygiene practices. Washing your hands before, washing your hands after, using gloves if you have them, even when you're dropping off food for family and friends. So if you really don't have any help, please ask for it. It's there. Go to the COVID-19 website. There's also Vinnies who are helping. If you feel like you're not going to be able to pay for a package, the food bank is helping, and then volunteers can pick it up. So what we really don't want is people going hungry during this time. So that really, if people need help, they should be asking for it. And the other strong message we got yesterday from the Director General of Health and from Jacinda Ardern herself, she said, if you don't listen to your children, listen to me. Over 70s, please get other people to pick up your groceries for you if you can. Do not go to the shops just for a trip to the shops or because you've run out of milk. Somebody else can do it for you. Please let them help you. It's really important that those over 70s are staying in their bubble and staying safe.
Excellent. Yes, I was just recalling that to get to Sophie Hanford and to Aidan is to go onto Facebook. Self-Isolation Support, Kapiti, is the group that's helping you out. And good on them. Yes. Well done. I think they've had about 500 hits on it already, so there are people out there needing that help. Possibly not all needing help, but at least they know it's there if they do need it.
Yeah, there was definitely a box of groceries on their Facebook page today saying thanks a lot, Sophie. So people definitely using that service, and very good that they've got the help and support that they need to keep that service as safe as possible too. The only thing I wanted to mention before I finished today is the Police 105 service. The police have been inundated with these 111 calls, and also our local Facebook pages have been quite busy with people criticising each other's actions and things like that. So it's really important that people use that Police 105 service. So if you just put into the internet Police 105, it'll come up and you can fill out a form. If you see anybody who you think is breaching the level 4 conditions. Because the police had over 2,000 111 calls. So they've set up this service so that people can, report behaviour that they think is not safe, and so it's really important that people use that service.
Good on you. Yeah. There was one other question I was just going to ask, and I forgot clean about it now, but we'll keep in contact. Oh, yes, what I was going to ask you about is the communications within the council itself. How are you handling that?
So we're in regular contact with each other. We have daily updates from our comms team, so we're up to date with all the latest goings on and with council, and also the latest figures and the latest information and updates on where people can go to for support, so that we have that at our fingertips. So that's a really good service that our communications team are doing. We're in communication with each other as well, and the really important thing that happened for us last week was that the government removed the need to have a physical quorum to have a meeting. So if we need to pass any important business to council, we can now do that electronically, which is really comforting. It means that we're going to be able to keep business going because we've got essential services to provide.
Yes, you have.
So so that's really good as well.
Good. All right then, Janet, we'll just keep in touch with you, and I'm sure that John Hayes will be speaking to the Mayor at some stage again today, so it's nice to hear from both sides, but you're down the bottom end of our district, and the Mayor's up the top end of the district.
I believe you have a catch-up with our Paekakariki people sometime this week, so
yes,
they'll be able to catch you up with more local things.
Good on you. Hey, thanks for that, Janet.
Thanks, Nigel.
Janet Holborow, our Deputy Mayor here on the Kapiti Coast.
106.3 Beach FM.